All right, guys, let's get right into this. Wednesday, November 19th, we're back for another live today. Jerome Powell, the FOMC meeting. Okay, today we are getting the Fed minutes. I don't know if we will be hearing from Jerome Powell in 11 minutes or not. If we go over to Crypto Russ right now, the FOMC meeting today. Okay, shout out to Crypto Russ. The Federal Reserve holds its policy meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern with Powell's press conference following at 2:30. Markets are watching closely for any shift in tone. So we might see Jerome Powell in 10 minutes, our favorite guy, Hard Hat Powell. In the meantime, guys, this is what we're getting. Obviously, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel on the way in here on the Coin Zone. I'm your host, Crypto with Paul. So, Kalshi, just in, several Fed members said December rate cut could well be appropriate. 32% chance it can happen. Chief Yorkie, Hard Hat Powell, we love to see it. We all know Hard Hat Powell, guys. Okay? One of our favorites. One of our favorite moments here in the Coin Zone live stream history. Okay, Jerome Powell, Trump. Yes, you guys know it well. We know it all too well. Okay, screw you, New York Times. We will not be giving you money. All right, guys, it is taking way too long for me to pull up this photo here. Hard Hat Powell, just for fun here as we're chilling. Jerome Powell, guys, okay? The Hard Hat Powell memes. This day was incredible, guys. This day was incredible. So, is this what we're going to be getting, guys? Are we going to be getting rate cuts or no? Let's actually get down to it right now. Okay, this is CNBC. Okay, Fed minutes show divide over October rate cut and cast doubt about December. So the Federal Reserve officials were at odds during their October meeting over cutting interest rates, divided over whether a stalling labor market or stubborn inflation were bigger economic threats, minutes released Wednesday showed. While the Federal Open Market Committee approved a cut at the meeting, the path forward looks less certain. Disagreements stretch into the outlook for December, with officials expressing skepticism about the need for an additional cut that markets had been widely anticipating. So, many saying with no more cuts are indeed at least 2025. Okay. Well, I'll tell you this, guys. If we don't end up getting a cut, I don't think that would be a very bullish thing. I think that would, in fact, be a very bearish thing. Yes, sir. Not too good there, Bob. I'm not a big fan of that sound effect. Okay. There's got to be more sound effects here. A punch? We're not trying to punch. They need to add. We need to add a freaking air horn, guys, like a DJ does. All right. We're out here. I do like this one, though. This one's good. So, I mean, this is really it, though, guys. This is what we're seeing so far. You know, and the positive thing is, if we want to be positive at all, right, the U.S. Labor Department announces that it's canceling the October jobs report. So for the first time since 2013, we will not even be receiving a monthly jobs report. So at least we're getting something here. Okay, guys? At least we're getting something. I mean, you really hate to see it. And we're going to see 7 minutes here. Will we see Jerome Powell? You know, we saw Donald Trump. We saw Elon Musk. We saw CEO of NVIDIA before. So a lot of things before. Trump said some things. Yeah. But why don't we go ahead and listen to what Donald Trump said about Jerome Powell and interest rates. This is actually hilarious. I'm not surprised. Let's listen to what Trump has to say.
Rates are down despite the Fed. I mean, Scott, you got to work on this guy. He's got some real mental problems. No, he's something wrong with him. It's just sweet. I'd be honest. I'd love to fire his ass. He should be fired. Guy's grossly incompetent, and he should be sued for spending $4 billion to build a little building. I'm building a ballroom that's going to cost a tiny fraction of that, and it's bigger than the whole thing put together. You got to work at him, Scott. The only thing Scott's blowing it on is the Fed. Because the Fed, the rates are too high, Scott. And if you don't get it fixed fast, I'm going to fire your ass, okay? I can't tell you, Scott, sir, don't fire him. Sir, please don't fire him. He's got 3 months to go. Don't fire him. I want to get him out, Scott. Please. He's the voice of reason. You're very lucky you have him, I'll tell you that.
Okay, and that is President Donald Trump speaking about Jerome Powell. Would love to fire his ass. Chat, comment if you would like to see Jerome Powell fired. Is that what we are all waiting for? Jerome, buddy. Peace out. See you later. Well, I think a lot of us would be in favor of that, just like we were about Gary Gins. See you later. Bye. Hello, Paul Atkins. Yeah, 4 more minutes. We'll see if we see from JP. We are getting some comments in the meantime. Yeah, why not? Chief the Yorkie. Yeah, let's get rid of Jerome. A lot of people overwhelmingly, I see on X, and even just talking to people out in the wild, in real life, a lot of people want Jerome Powell to lower the rates. So this is what we are seeing. Let's go to Crypto Rover. The labor market continues to show signs of weakness. As conditions deteriorate, the Fed will eventually need to step in. To prevent unemployment from rising further, rate cuts become increasingly likely. Bullish for crypto. Yes. And that's where we are at right at the moment. Also, some updates. This is also where we're at the moment. Bitcoin is obviously not doing so good right now, guys. Okay, Bitcoin is falling. It is right now below $90,000. Okay, so not too good, guys. Okay, Bitcoin's falling. It would be nice if we had stimulus checks to buy at these levels. But according to President Donald Trump, we will have to wait to get those stimulus checks. Let's just listen to him real quick in the meantime. Talk about these stimmies that we will be getting soon. Let's switch it over to Trump talking about those $2,000 stimulus checks. Okay, let's listen to when we will be getting those.
We have taken in trillions of dollars, and it's been absolutely amazing. We're going to be doing a dividend to the people, low and middle income, moderate income people, of at least $2,000. In addition to that, we'll be paying down debt very substantially. It's the kind of money we're taking in. And really, countries that took advantage of us are no longer taking advantage of us. Some of our friends treated us far worse than our enemies on trade anyway. And we've got that all straightened out. And everybody's happy. They respect us again. It's like one of those things. I think they like us better, and they actually respect us, and it works out much better for us too. We have taken in trillions of dollars, and it's been absolutely amazing. We're going to be doing.
So that is where we are at, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are part of this middle class, you make less than $100,000 a year, then you will be getting a $2,000 stimulus check in 2026. That's pretty interesting. Use it wisely, because we all know the last stimulus check in 2021, if you put that into Bitcoin right now, it would be worth over $20,000. Something to think about. All right. Again, this is just where we're at, guys. Just getting back to the charts. All right. Jerome Powell. We have Kalshi. We have the FOMC minutes. And we have Jerome Powell. So this is what we were discussing today. It's 12:30. I don't see anything popping up to see Jerome Powell live. So Crypto Russ, my guy. Not sure if we will be seeing from Jerome Powell. Let's see if Bloomberg TV, they are not covering it. So let's just see. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any lives for Jerome Powell. Interesting, guys. Well, then, I appreciate you all for joining the stream today. You know, the possibility of this being minutes, that's probably it. So we're just seeing the minutes, but it's still good to see the minutes and to listen to what is coming out of these minutes and what can we anticipate for December. Okay, nothing says socialism like the redistribution of wealth, aka stimulus checks. Well, this is from tariff revenue this time. So not taxpayer money, so a little bit different, but I do feel what you mean there. But yeah, guys, it's very important. You know, at least we have these articles, CNBC. There are other articles as well that did talk about the Fed minutes here. So why don't we just click refresh to see if there's anything else? You know, we have Reuters, Fed cut rates amid policymakers' caution about inflation, minutes show. Okay, so let's just get back to this as we wrap up here. Washington, November 19th, that is today. A divided Federal Reserve cut interest rates last month, even as policymakers caution that lower borrowing costs could risk undermining the fight to quell inflation that has been above the U.S. Central Bank's 2% target for 4.5 years. The minutes from the October 28th, 29th meeting showed on Wednesday. Many participants, quote unquote, were in favor of lowering the target range for the federal funds rate, the minutes stated, while noting that some members of that group also would have been satisfied with leaving the rate steady. Yes, as we know, guys, we have a Trump-appointed individual very bullish on continuing to cut the rates. Other individuals were not. Jerome Powell seems to be somewhere not in the rate cutting range, but seems to maybe be coming around to it, right? Pun intended. You know, we got it in October. Will we get it again in November? That's the big question. I think if we don't, you know, we might just continue to see things chill out. If we do, then maybe we'll get a little pump. Yeah, we'll see, guys. Shout out to JP, our guy Jerome Powell. Shout out to Reuters. It's interesting to see all these situations. You know, with the Fed, there's so many different catalysts going on towards the end of the year here for Bitcoin. Are we going to get, you know, all these catalysts come to help the price, or are we not? Because basically, that's what we can decide. You know, 2026 is going to be an interesting year, I believe. So I think if we just have a bit of patience, which nobody seems to be able to have these days, then you're just going to be okay. Just continue to do your research, continue to tap in here with the Coin Zone. Make sure to sub to the channel, like the videos, and you'll do okay. Let's go to Coinbase here, take a look at the markets, and we are still down, guys. ETH trading under 3K, Bitcoin under 90K. I mean, some of these altcoins are just at fire sale prices right now, guys. Even Zcash is down today, guys. Crazy to see. Chainlink is at generational levels right now. Crazy to see. A lot of these cryptos, in my opinion, are just on sale right now. So if there's something that you want to dollar cost average into, now's a good time to probably start buying a little bit at these prices, at these levels. This is never financial advice, okay? You know, I'm just kind of saying it how I see it, guys. I mean, this is how it is. Like, if you want to make the most amount of money during these cycles, whatever your time horizon is, one of the best ways to do that is to be paying attention and buy at certain points, buy at the smart points. If you're buying now and then the market inevitably just goes back up, you know, Bitcoin is trading below where it was the entire year. So in 2026, when it goes back up, and in the future, when it goes back up dramatically, way higher than it is now, you're gonna be real happy you bought at these levels. So, that's my take on it. But we'll see what the Fed does. Jerome Powell always makes it spicy for us. Bunch of articles here about the Fed minutes. Yeah. Stock market today, indexes edge higher. Google hit an all-time high today, believe. A lot happening, guys. Don't sleep. The sentiment is real bearish right now. I don't think it should be that way. I think these are the opportunities where it's good opportunities to learn. Why is everyone freaking out? Should I be freaking out? What should I be doing right now? I gotta tell you, the market psychology is interesting because most of the time it's do the opposite thing. People are freaking out, freaking buy some more. Levels are crazy, things are tanking, buy some more. Again, never investment advice, guys. This is just me, Crypto with Paul, here in the Coin Zone, just kicking it with you live. Talking about the FOMC. Absolutely not. I love it. Chief the Yorkie gets it. Yes, guys. That's what we're doing here today. All right, so make sure to stay tapped in. It is Wednesday. Already in the middle of the week. Crazy. Time flies. All right, tomorrow will be November 20th. Make sure to tap back in with me then for another live here in the Coin Zone. Once again, guys, I am Crypto with Paul. Make sure to follow me on X. Follow us here, the Coin Zone, on all social medias. And make sure to tap back in tomorrow. Shout out to Hard Hat Pal. Shout out to Chief the Yorkie. Everybody else commenting. Appreciate you, the Oracle. And we'll see you guys later. Take care.